If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question: if a patient has early diabetes type 2, how can it be cured? Answer by Thomas Klein. First, be sure you really have the disease of type 2 diabetes. There are people who have high blood sugars without the real disease. The way to overdiagnose people with diabetes is to set the blood sugar cutoff to low, which the ADA and others like David Nathan have done. Blood sugar is a symptom. The real disease is inherited weaker than normal capillaries, tiniest of all the blood vessels. So how do you know? Well, guess what? There is a place in your body where you can look directly at the capillaries, the back of the eye. Go to your eye doctor and get what is called a dilated exam of the retina. The optometrist or ophthalmologist can tell in jiffy if you have diabetic changes in your eye. If you do not have these, I personally would just monitor and not assume you have the real disease. You can also check your kidneys with the albumin-creatinine ratio urine test. This is pretty reliable. Both tests are far more reliable in establishing the real disease. If you are already diagnosed with type 2, check these two things anyway. If both negative, you may not have diabetes 2 and can just relax and monitor. Whether you chose to treat the blood sugar alone is up to you. There is some doubt, in my mind, that control of blood sugar really makes a difference in complications, and I am personally concerned that tight control of blood sugar may make things worse due to hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia is far worse than high blood sugars and causes immediate damage to all the cells in your body. If you have hypoglycemia, get rid of it. It is not an acceptable component of the treatment of either type of diabetes and is given to be an acceptable side effect of tight control. Wrong? Look at the toll of tight control, low blood sugars, a life hunched over a glucometer. It is something to think about. This is my opinion based on a recent review I have undertaken of 3,000 papers on the topic, which will be published one of these days. Answer by Pradeep Gaj. Type 2 diabetes is the most common form of diabetes. Insulin resistance causes type 2 diabetes, which means insulin is released but a person doesn't respond to insulin appropriately. Type 2 diabetes is a disorder, not a disease. There is no complete cure for type 2 diabetes. It can only be controlled by diet, exercise and medicines. Best possible way to control type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle modification. 1. Eat a balanced diet. 2. Exercise regularly, at least for 45 to 60 minutes per day, such as brisk walking, swimming, cycling, jogging. Regular exercise improves insulin sensitivity, decreases glucose production from the liver and improves glucose utilization by the body. Helps in weight loss and maintenance of healthy body weight. 3. Limit the intake of alcohol and quit smoking. 4. Regular follow-up with your doctors. Answer by Jagulki. The simple answer is to undo all the unhealthy eating habits you have developed over the years, and start doing some exercise. Multiple diets exist that claim to help reverse it, but be cautious on choosing them until you know which one will be right for you. There is also much information on the internet that claim they have the way to reverse it. Be careful, they may be trying to sell you something. Truth: there is no drug on the market today that can cure your diabetes. The only cure is through natural remedies. I have chronicled 6 ways to cure your diabetes on my site, link below, and each of these ways includes diet changes. Since obesity is the #1 cause for diabetes, except maybe type 1, it makes sense. Caution: if you are not willing to make at least a diet change, don't bother trying. If you are willing to do that and make some lifestyle changes, welcome to learning about diabetes and how to cure it naturally. Diabetes Free by Nature, the all-natural way to cure diabetes.